The breaststroke is the slowest of the 4 competitive strokes and probably the hardest to learn. The outcome of a race often depends on the turn and the underwater stroke that follows the turn. Mark Schlatter demonstrates the correct form for the grab start. When the arms are stopped in this position, their momentum pulls the swimmer forward. Four to 5 seconds should elapse between the sound of the gun and the appearance of the head as it breaks the surface of the water. Notice the head action and how low in the water the shoulders remain. This start is used primarily for relays. It takes longer for the swimmer to get off the block, but he goes out further than when he uses the grab start. When performing the turn, the hands must touch the wall simultaneously. After the push-off, a long keyhole pull is taken. Care should be taken not to throw water into the legs. The kick drives the swimmer to the surface of the water. During the pull, the speed of the hands constantly increases. This elbow-up action of the arms places the hands in a favorable position to optimize forward thrust. Note that the feet are crossed as they're pulled under the body. Olympic champion Taguchi keeps his shoulders low in the water by flexing his neck to lift his head. After the breath is taken, he pulls his chin downward and places his face underwater. Emphasis should be placed on sculling outward and then inward rather than on pulling the hands backward. A flat body position creates less resistance than an inclined one. Taguchi's body position remains flat during all phases of his stroke, even when he raises his head to take a breath. From directly below Taguchi's arm, pull pattern and hand pitch can be seen clearly. American record holder Steve LUNDQUIST shows how the head should be raised to breathe and then lowered back into the water after the breath is taken. The notable feature of both Steve's kick and pull is the tremendous speed that his feet and hands develop. This is also true of his hands as they perform the long keyhole pull after the push-off. LUNDQUIST's stroke, as seen from head-on, shows a wide arm pull with the desired elbow bend. His hand acceleration during the pull can be observed even in his slow-motion sequence. The hand acceleration is more obvious when observed at normal speed. Timing of the arms and legs is critical in the breaststroke. The importance of a good turn, push-off, and long pull after the turn cannot be too greatly emphasized. In the TRACY CAULKINS style of breaststroke, no neck flexion is used, and the line of sight remains forward throughout the entire stroke cycle. The head and shoulders are lifted high out of the water. After the push-off, her first arm action is accomplished with the previously mentioned long keyhole pull. Her hands turn palms upward after the pull. This action provides no forward propulsion and should be avoided. Once again, the near-perfect turn and long pull. This side view shows how high she lifts her shoulders out of the water. The whip kick is used with the breaststroke. The heels are brought up to the buttocks and then thrust outward. As they're pushed backward, they're also squeezed together in a whip-like movement. An effort should be made to accelerate the foot speed progressively during the kick so that maximum speed is achieved slightly before the feet come together. The most common mistake is to attain foot speed early in the kick and then to allow the feet to drift together. The speed and acceleration of the feet during this inward squeeze action is more obvious when they're photographed at normal speed, as shown here. John HENCKEN, who won gold medals in 2 separate Olympic Games, displays the out-of-water and underwater stroke mechanics that he used to win. His stroke mechanics are almost perfect in all details. John uses a good, wide, sculling arm action. The speed of his hand and feet movements are fast and reveal acceleration. He also maintains a streamlined body position.